Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is David Kluge. I'm at Nanzan University in Nagoya, Japan. And I'm going to be talking about live music video, a reader's theater activity using song lyrics. The problem in my experience is what is a good reading and speaking activity that both teaches and motivates students? And the solution is live music video reader's theater using song lyrics. This is the overview of what I'm going to be talking about. What is live music video? What is reader's theater? A quick guide to the activity, the steps of the activity, variations on the activity, and Q&A reflection. First of all, what is live music video? It is a performance in education activity. That is, a performance in education is a type of activity that requires some kind of performance like speech, drama, debate, and so on. And students perform the lyrics to a song. However, when I say perform, they read from a script. They do not sing the song. They read it. They hold the script in their hands. And it is performed live to an audience. And therefore, it is a spoken live music video performed live. Now, what is reader's theater? Reader's theater is reading aloud dramatically to an audience using voice, face, body, gestures, and movement. Special characteristics that differentiate it from drama is that the performers hold the script. The performers face the audience, not each other, and they interact with the audience and not with each other. Here's a quick guide to the activity. The learner language level can be beginner, intermediate, or advanced. Learner maturity is elementary school, junior high school, university, adult. Basically, everybody except toddlers. And minimum number of learners, 1 is the minimum number. But this is going to be mostly addressed to groups of 2 or more students. Activity time is about, for performance, is about 10 minutes for each group. But as you'll see in the presentation, there'll be more, much more time that is required for this activity. Preparation time, it depends on the time available and the degree of quality accepted by the students and teacher. Because as you know, for a good performance, there's never enough time to get it perfectly right. So you just have to say, this is good enough for this project. And preparation, you just need to select a song for its lyrics. So how do you teach live music video readers theater? This is just an overview, and I'm going to then, after the overview, go through each of these in more detail. But step 1, show a music video. 2, in groups of 2 or more, discuss the music video. 3, distribute the song lyrics. 4, read and repeat. 5, in groups, the students read the lines. Step 6, the students volunteer for lines. Step 7, choose the important words. Step 8, the students read through. Step 9, students decide where and how they stand. Step 10, students decide where, how, and when they move. Step 11, introduce the rubric. Step 12, students practice. Step 13, students perform. And step 14, students and teacher evaluate. So, step 1, show the music video. 1, introduce the song and show the music video. Now, the song that I'm going to be using as an example in this is a song called, let me show you the song right now. It is Sometimes I Feel Like a Motherless Child. And actually, I think George's presentation, my presentation, have very much in common. So I hope you can see this.
Right now, we only see the PPT.
Okay. Anyway, I'm going to stop that share. And it is, could you hear the song?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, forget that then.
That means we don't have to worry about a copyright strike on the YouTube video.
Yeah, yeah. So, then the music video. And step 2, in groups of 2 or more, discuss the music video. These groups are the performance groups. That is the groups that will perform this song, the lyrics to the song. The size of the group depend on how many the teacher wants or needs in each group. And you discuss, the group discusses the images of, or the story in the music video, and discusses their emotions when they watch the video, or if they have ever been in a similar situation and how they felt then. Step 3, distribute the song lyrics. Now, before the COVID pandemic, it was always, I printed out the handout and then made copies for everybody and then handed them out. But now I do it digitally. I send it to them beforehand, and I ask the students to print it out and bring it to class. And I think I'm going to continue that when I'm teaching face-to-face, because it means less time of me standing in front of a copy machine and copying, printing out copies for students. And the song lyrics should include, the handout should include these following things: the URL, as you can see on this sample here. You can see the URLs. You can see the QR codes. You see the lines are numbered 1, 2, 3 to 10. And there's lines with blank spaces before each line. So, and so students can write whoever's going to be saying that line, and an area here on the side for notes. Step 4, read and repeat. The teacher reads lyrics line by line, and the students repeat. And if there is a karaoke style video version, at the end, I show it and ask students to say the lyrics with the song. Step 5, in groups, the students read the lines. This is simply for a read-through. That is, they get an idea of, they've listened to it, and they listened to it by native speakers of English. Now it's a chance for them to see what it's going to be like when they read it. And it's a simple read-through. It doesn't have to be the way it's going to sound, it's the way it's going to be in the performance. You can have the whole group say all the lines together, or tell the students to count off in the group, and each person then takes turns reading a line. First, student number one reads line number 1, student number 2 reads line number 2, and so on, going until, and keep on rotating, going through that until they finish the lyrics. Step 6, students volunteer for lines. That is, first the group decides how many people will read each individual line. Like, a line can be read by one person, or can be started by one person and ended by another person, or it can be 2 people reading together, or 3 people reading together, or everybody reading the whole line. So they decide, and they write it on the handout on those lines, numbered lines. Students then volunteer for the lines. Then step 7, students choose the important words. This is really important step. In the lines assigned to the students decide which word or words in each line should be emphasized. And then they decide how to emphasize those words, either by saying them louder or softer, by saying them faster or slower, or by tone, by saying them higher or lower. Then step 8, students read through. Students read their lines from the beginning to end as they had decided in steps 6 and 7. So that is, they read them as they would read them in the performance. Then step 9, students decide where and how they stand. This is called blocking. That is blocking the scene. And you have to consider horizontal levels and vertical levels. Horizontal levels are levels on the stage floor. That is, downstage is the area closest to the audience. Center stage is the area in the middle of the stage. And upstage is the area farthest away from the audience. Those are the horizontal levels on the stage floor. But then there are also vertical levels, whether they're going to be standing or sitting on a chair or squatting or kneeling or sitting on the stage or lying on the stage, so that you have a variety of the different levels. So it's a visual variety. And the posture or pose they will be in when they are in their place. And it's important to consider the concept of photos and movies, that you should plan that for what Japanese call a shata chance, a great chance to take a photo because it looks dramatic. So you need to create a series of dramatic looking scenes, but also as a movie, how the image will look in motion. It has to look like a beautifully executed soccer or basketball move. It has to just look so well coordinated. Step 10, students decide where, how, and when they will move, where they will move from and to, and how they will move in terms of style and speed. That is, if they're going to move in style, could be confidently, and speed, how quickly they're going to have to move, and when they will move, so they know they'll almost be in place just as the previous group ends their line, and the next group just takes one step and they're in place. Step 11, introduce the rubric. The rubric will tell the students what they will be evaluated on and guide them while they are rehearsing and help them to evaluate their performance. Step 11 is, this is a sample of a rubric. And step 12, practice. This is the rehearsal stage of the procedure. 2 parts of the stage: sitting down and sitting down and discussing what they're going to be doing, and standing up and doing. And my advice is get them to part 2, stand up and doing the rehearsal as soon as possible, because if you let them, they would sit down and talk about it until almost the rehearsal time is finished. Then, using a smartphone, have each group video record the practice to view and then to improve. And do this video recording viewing often to improve. Step 13, students perform. They can perform for another group in class, the other groups in class, a different class, a whole school, or a student showcase conference like the PISIG conferences. Now, another group in class and the other groups in class, those are 2 different things. Another group in class, so if you have 6 groups in class, group 1 performs for group 2, and group 2 performs for group 1. Group 3 performs for group 4, group 4 performs for group 3, and group 5 performs for group 6 performs for group 5. That's if you don't have a whole lot of time for everybody to see the performance live. Then Step 14, have someone in each group in the audience is students and teachers evaluate. And have someone in each group in the audience make a comment on the performance right after the group finishes its performance. And at the end of all the performances in groups, the students discuss their discuss their performance, what they thought and how they felt. Use Flipgrid or a cloud drive to share videos for evaluating using the rubric. And students watch the video and fill out an evaluation survey, paper or online. And these are all the steps that we took. Variations. This can be a solo activity. That is, one person can do the entire lyric by themselves. Or variation 2, this can be a whole class activity where the whole class does the lyric. And I do both. Conclusion, it does not require expertise. That is, you do not have to be a drum expert, a reader's theater expert to do this, and the students do not have to be experts either. The addition of emotion at some point in the process, for example, the discussion, the rehearsal, performance, the evaluation, that improves intake and it makes it memorable. And it does require time for students to be proud of the job they do. And this pride of ownership makes it memorable also. These are my resources. And now we're open for questions and questions. So